What's going on, everyone? I'm Nick Cato.
Walt Bowley.
Matt Hardig.
This is Live Through Games, bite-sized topic, where we sit around and discuss a topic.
Just a little one.
This is going to be a little short.
What are you, Nick?
We did it at the same time.
Yeah.
And we didn't plan it. We're that in sync here.
When we see a news article or just anything that's worth sitting down and discussing for a few minutes, we do it and we film it in the bite-sized topic.
And we do it all for you.
Because we know you want to hear our mother problems.
Mother problem.
Appreciate the sense.
So,
kids watch this.
they shouldn't. But, without further ado, here's the news article that sparked my interest. Stats show that by 2019, 80 million PS4s will be sold, Xbox One's 57 million. And this going on with the Order 1886 review coming out to a lackluster scores. Here's my conversation, or my little thing.
Yeah.
Why is the PS4 selling more than the Xbox One? Not just by 2019, but as of right now. Why is it selling better than Xbox One when Xbox One has better AAA exclusives, like review score-wise, and why? Is it just marketing?
For me, I think the reason is because two reasons. One, Xbox flopped when it first premiered, and not even when it released. I'm talking about that first reveal show.
DRM.
With like DRM, all the TV focus, and it was just I love Xbox, and I thought it was a terrible showing. And then PS4 at E3 became the cool kid. It was cheaper. It showed a lot of cool games. It was the more powerful system. And in that E3 conference, 2012, 13 or 12,
it's 2013.
2013, PS4 set itself up as the cool console, and Xbox had a lot of backtracking to do. And while I think Xbox has backtracked very well, they've changed a lot of their policies around. They've updated their system constantly, at least once or twice a month, ever since its release. Something new comes out for Xbox. I mean, system-wise. And I love what they're doing with it, but I still feel like the PS4 is the cool console to have, and the Xbox One is kind of like the dorky friend that you get if you're, a loser.
Because right now, one of the things I was going to say was maybe the indie games are pushing PS4 a little over that,
PS4,
but
yeah, they definitely got a ton of indie games on it, but I don't think it's system sellers.
Yeah, that's the thing. I don't know if maybe they're getting more recognition, but the main thing I was thinking about is like Xbox One, it doesn't have more AAA exclusives than PS4 does,
right.
Even though theirs have all done except for Master Chief Collection. Still
got scored for
yeah, but still did good. Theirs have hit and PS4's haven't yet. But you look at this, they've dropped their system $150. They've taken the Kinect out of it. It's cheaper. It's got better big games, and I know PS4's marketing was better, but just for me casually watching TV, I see more Xbox commercials than PS4 because they're partnered with the NFL and all this stuff.
Oh yeah.
So, definitely. And I also know that with your marketing thing, the beginning, I remember when the systems were out, it was long after Xbox backtracked and all this stuff with the used games and everything. When someone was like, yeah, Xbox has to be online only, and someone was like, no, it doesn't. But they said so. There's a lot of confusion.
But people who aren't neck deep in the industry like we are,
yes,
or like you guys,
the casual audience.
Like you guys, if you're watching this channel, you're probably well versed in the video game industry. If you're watching us.
Very well versed.
Yeah. So it's safe to say you knew about all the policy changes that were happening. But think about the guys that are just wanting to play the FIFAs or the Maddens or the Call of Duties, and they're looking at which next gen system to buy, or if they're even going to buy one. And if they even are going to buy one, all they're seeing is, at first, a cheaper console that they're like, oh, look, this game, DRM on Xbox One, nope. And they're never going to look at anything else again because they saw that.
Your take?
I can't really say much more. I think everything Walt pretty much said is exactly how I feel. Two things for me. Number one, biggest thing, first impression is always the biggest. I'm a firm believer of that, first impression. PS4 did it first.
Sucked.
Bad taste in Xbox people's mouths with the whole policy bullshit they were trying to do. Even after that was all saying we're not doing that,
Still.
Not everyone sees that. Not especially your common gamers. They just hear that one time and that's it. And then I like I said, when I was in Orlando working, I could tell you like 3 or 4 people came up to me and like, I'm not getting an Xbox because this is what I was like, that's not happening anymore. But anyways, second thing, gaming, and that's what PS4 said they were about. Xbox wanted to be an entertainment system. PS4 said we want to make it about games.
Yeah.
That's why I feel like the Super Nintendo surpassed Genesis because of their gaming franchise and what they had. Not saying that they didn't want to be gaming, but I'm saying their roster was what killed it for them. Like, I'll take a shittier console with better games than a better console with no games. So, if you're gonna tell me you're gonna make a game about gaming or a gaming system about gaming, that's where I'm going. I mean, I personally love both of them. I love Xbox just as much as I love my PS4. In fact, I think I enjoy my Xbox a little bit more than my PS4, just because I enjoyed Titanfall so far, and I like Twitch being on there. And I like how the app setup is. I like how everything is. I like the Kinect. Yeah, it doesn't work all the time. But me right now, I still would probably say I'm PlayStation Nation because right now their exclusives are the best to me. But to be honest,
like which
well, like I think he means like the series.
Like the series.
Oh, the
that are
series.
coming out.
Yeah.
But the biggest thing for me though, honestly, if you were to ask what I would have done, I wouldn't have bought any of them until this year. This is the year I would probably look into buying it. I would have probably stuck with my Xbox because you know what? I've been going back playing the 360 and playing old games more than I've been playing new games on the new system.
For me, I probably wasn't going to buy one day one until I heard that Killer Instinct was coming to Xbox One, because I knew eventually I was going to get one of the systems. I knew for a fact I was going to get one of them, probably Xbox, just because I was Xbox Nation. It's the last generation. So I figured I was probably going to get Xbox. So, but then I saw that Killer Instinct was coming to Xbox One as a launch title. And then I'm like, okay, that piqued my interest because I love fighting games. And then I see all this pre-release stuff of Killer Instinct. I'm like, this game looks awesome. And then I see Titanfall's coming to Xbox One 6 months after the Xbox One launches. Titanfall comes out for it. I'm like, well, that looks awesome. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to get one anyway. I'll go ahead and get one at launch. And I did. And I played the hell out of Killer Instinct. And I bought Ghost for it. And then I traded Call of Duty Ghosts in because I just didn't care for it. Then I had Battlefield 4 when it worked. So I had Battlefield 4 and Killer Instinct, and that held me over plenty until Titanfall came out, which I love Titanfall. That was amazing.
Which held you over plenty until Sunset Overdrive.
Then Sunset Overdrive came out.
Halo. You didn't get Halo, but
yeah. And then not to mention the third-party games like Shadow of Mordor. Yeah. And I don't really get into the whole 60 FPS 1080p thing. I don't get it.
Gameplay's king.
Yeah, I just want to play an awesome game. Like, I know PS4 is superior in that regard. They have more games running at 60 FPS 1080p. I can't notice that difference. Like, I'm sure I can, but I can't.
Really? 60 FPS?
I have bad eyes. Unless I'm playing with my glasses on, I really can't notice that kind of stuff. So
it makes a world of difference in my eyes.
and it probably does.
1080p, not so much, but the 60
like,
FPS.
Unless I'm wearing my glasses, I miss that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So it's not that important to me.
Yeah.
But Sunset Overdrive, Titanfall, Killer Instinct are especially Killer Instinct, which I think is an underrated exclusive for Xbox One because it was the first newest gen fighting game, and it made it to Evo on the main stage that year, which is huge for a new-ish IP because Killer Instinct isn't new, but it hasn't been in a console since it was
Super Nintendo.
Yeah, I think Super Nintendo. So or N64.
Can't remember. I know I own the Super Nintendo one.
Yeah. So it's just been so long since Killer Instinct. People forgot Killer Instinct was a fighting game. Like, you probably had to be reminded. It's like, oh shit, the game with the robot. The game with the robot has the blades in it. There's a wolf guy.
Yeah.
So, to wrap this bite-sized conversation up, barring that the PlayStation exclusives start hitting, like with Bloodborne and Uncharted 4.
Bloodborne's gonna hit.
All this stuff. I think it is too. But, barring major setbacks, do you think the stat I read in the beginning with the 2019 sales is accurate? Do you think that could happen?
Man, these guys probably have doctorates in economics and sales, man. I can't argue with them, but I feel like the Xbox is doing what PS3 had to do in the 360 generation. It had to do that slow marathon run. It wasn't a sprint, it was a marathon. And they started, there was a year behind the 360 when the PS3 came out. And so when it first came out, it was abysmally below the 360. And then, by the end of the 10-year run, it was
like
par, possibly higher. So I think that if Xbox One plays its cards right, it can do that exact same thing. And if PS4 keeps doing what they're doing, they will fall harder than they are now. Because right now they're still kind of on the rise. But if they keep kind of having a little bit of lackluster,
dropping the ball on the AAA's exclusives,
then they're gonna have problems. But I don't think they will, because they've got Bloodborne and Uncharted 4 to look forward to this year.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Xbox One has Quantum Break,
Halo
and
5.
Halo 5. Quantum Break, who knows? Halo 5,
I'm
guaranteed.
excited for that.
It looks cool, but you don't know. But Halo 5, guaranteed.
You think that's...
See, I agree with everything. I can't say anything better than you did. I mean, I agree 100% everything you said. Halo, though, given the podcast talk we had, their internet connection problems, if that continues, plus I don't think Halo 5 is going to be as big because they're coming out around November. And I feel like you're going to do exactly what happened to 4, or Modern Warfare, or whatever Call of Duty comes out. Especially Black Ops 3, I think it's this year.
Yeah.
Not confirmed.
I truly think that's going to just destroy Halo. I'm sorry.
If
It's just the reality we live in.
If it does the September launch, I think it'll do good like the other Halos.
For like a month, I think.
Well,
I don't think it's...
yeah.
I mean, it will have its hardcore dedicated fans. But to sit here and even Uncharted, any of these games, they can win all the Game of the Years they want. Black Ops 3, if that's the one, is going to win more money, make more money than all of them. I've already accept that. But point I'm trying to say is, I did say Titanfall was my favorite exclusive.
That's not an exclusive anymore.
Well, Titanfall 2, we'll
not
see.
yet.
I'm talking about Titanfall 1.
Yeah.
But Bloodborne, possibly to me, could quite be more interested in than Uncharted. I know, shoot me now. I could possibly be more interested in that because I love the Soul series more than I like the Uncharted series. So I'm hoping this is going to be a great game. When I've been playing my PS4 and Xbox, besides Titanfall, that's the only game I really played on my Xbox. And I probably played more Final Fantasy XIV Realm Reborn on my PS4 than I did any other game, even over Destiny. And Destiny was like the only other game I really played on my PS4.
Yeah, and talking about marketing, if you were watching TV, you'd have thought Destiny was a PS4 exclusive.
Yeah.
It's sold better
And
on
it's sold
Xbox
better
One.
on Xbox, yeah.
But kind of like Call of Duty, though. That's kind of like Call of Duty, is you kind of feel like it's on Xbox only.
Didn't Call of Duty still better on the old gens than it did on the new gens?
Ghost did.
Ghosted.
Ghost did. Well, yeah, that one. Okay, I thought Advanced Warfare did too.
Well, Ghost came out, was launched, so it makes sense that it came out more.
Yeah.
For me, I think that Xbox is going to catch up a little bit. I do think there's going to be more PS4s sold by 2019 than that. Both of these numbers are freaking amazing.
Yeah.
57 million. I don't think PS4 is going to sell 80 million. And I think they're going to more hit around the same. But there'll be more PS4s.
Yeah.
But not by 23 million.
Now, let's not forget the, what's that hyped indie that's coming to Xbox One? Ori and the Blind
Or in the
Forest?
Blind Forest.
I've heard a lot of hype
I can't
about
wait
that
for that game. It looks good. And that's the other thing. The shotgun approach of indies, Xbox could jump on anytime. I'm sure there's a ton of the developers that are making games for PS4 and be like, yeah, we'll put our games on there if you come and ask us to.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but you gotta remember too, they also have Minecraft now.
Yeah, but it's still coming out on
I know,
PS4.
but
like,
I'm just
it
saying
seems
if they
like-
ever want to make
Yeah,
a new
well,
series.
It seems like PS4's indie approach is like shotgun approach, while Microsoft is like you,
Yeah.
but each one of those games is, it's Limbo, Ori and the Blind Forest, I Draw a Red Box, which, holy crap,
Oh,
the
another
free
big
game
thing.
man.
Another
Dude,
big thing though.
so fun.
Another big thing though, I feel like they're gonna do, and especially if Final Fantasy 15 F's up, is I wouldn't be shocked in the next coming years, and I'm saying if this is 15 fails, that Square Enix is gonna go to Xbox, and it's an exclusive because PS4's Sony's already said they're about done with Square. That's why Xbox has my Tomb Raider so much, and they're not that.
And isn't Kingdom Hearts 3 is coming to Xbox.
Yeah. So like they're getting those. They're getting, like I said, and Tomb Raider is on the rise right now.
Rise of the Tomb Raider.
Yeah. So honestly, I think no doubt it's going to sell more on Xbox than it is on PS4.
But that's been a bite-sized topic. Bite-sized conversation or talk. Thank you guys for watching. Let me know what you think.
And let us know if you have a bite-sized topic you want us to talk about. Something we can dedicate a whole video to really wrap our heads around.
Yes, you can either email us the question at livethroughgames@gmail.com, tweet it at us at livethroughgames, or just comment on the video of your question and we will get it and we'll talk about it. Thank you for watching. Matt, silence your phone. Talk to you guys later.
Later.
Keep gaming.